You are listening to the #1 podcast made by two guys 40 plus who should always know their limits. Yeah, right over there. I think you totally knocked it out. Wait. Dude. You messed up everything.
Wait, did everything work?
Now we're fine.
Okay, we're good now?
Okay, let me just... well, I said know our limits, but as we were recording the intro, Jeff knocked over the microphone, knocked the cord out, knocked the thing out of the board.
Listen, I don't know who you have setting up the studio before I get here, but we need to have a sit down with them.
Well, I know it's no Sirius XM satellite radio, but you did get offered banana bread.
I did.
Which was a nice touch.
I did.
I didn't get that.
No,
I mean, I'm going to have it later, but I mean, when I was at the, Sirius XM satellite radio, bag of chips and a bottle of water. I got to post that water.
No name water, right?
Yeah, it was no name water.
No name water, yeah.
We'll get back to that one right after. Wait. Not happening. Very controversial. We were dropped by our sponsor.
We weren't dropped. We are now completely independent.
Yes. We answered to no one.
We've reached a new level.
Mm-hmm. A new level, a new high, or new low. That's
based on listenership and the amount of listens that we get for each episode. We've decided to go independent.
Yeah, that's it.
So this is probably our first independent broadcast.
Yeah,
there you go.
But anyway, I think we have to know our limits now.
Well, you always have to know your limits.
Well, I mean, I'm just in terms of, last week, for example.
Right.
You got, there's a lot of comments on social media this week about your tennis injury.
Oh, yeah.
We got to be careful. We're getting older. And I'm sure your wife, let me ask you something. Did your wife say to you, because I get this sometimes.
Look how nice the hand is.
It's healing. It's nice. A little Neosporin on there.
You get a little of that, and see this there. See,
ooh, nice and black. Oh, crusty.
Yeah. It's at that point.
Yeah, those are going to fall off soon.
Yeah. Oh well, that's what happened. That's what happened here. So,
well, from all that typing and the carpal tunnel hasn't set in yet.
You still don't understand what I do.
You know what? I've spent a lot of time in front of the computer last few days or last week or so. I'm exhausted. Just from staring at the computer for so long, I am tired.
You can 100% get exhausted staring at a computer screen all day.
Yeah.
So I actually know where I went last night.
Huh.
I went to one of the eye places to get
those glasses, those special glasses.
No, regular prescription glasses.
Are you in prescriptions or you're not?
No,
or now it's just
I had LASIK.
Right.
But my eyes,
this.
No, but I've gotten to the point where I need it for reading on the computer and driving at night.
Well, that's aging.
It is aging.
I told you about my driving glasses. I love my driving glasses.
What are they tinted a certain way?
No. They're just regular glasses.
Prescription? Are they prescription?
They're prescription.
Yeah. That's what.
Yeah, it's like driving in a high def now. We went through this, but this is one of those things where, knowing our limits, you should not.
Stigmatism, right? Is that what they call it? Everything's a little bit sharper now, right? When you wear them at night. Yeah, that's what I need.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I can't wait to get them.
Fantastic. But, I mean, this is going towards, again, what I was saying. Did your wife say to you after this tennis injury, you shouldn't be diving on courts anymore?
No, well, she got scared.
I'm sure.
She obviously knows my age.
You're the big breadwinner in the family.
Yeah, she can.
You go down.
If I go down,
that's it.
If I hurt my typing hands,
right? Then
can you imagine if I can't type?
She'll have to type for you, or you have to get a voice recorder or something.
It would be like, hey Siri,
right?
Send an email to whoever.
She never understands you.
Yeah, no.
What are you checking? He just got an email, but she just listened to you.
No, I have the, I got the iWatch.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Does that actually, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Does the iWatch marry, can you sync it with your iPhone 3?
It does sync with my iPhone.
Oh my, that's amazing! I didn't even think that they would. But that app would even download. I got the one with the
separate cellular.
Huh.
So this phone could be totally gone or not with me, and now it's absolutely amazing.
I got the cheap one.
No, I decided to. I treated myself.
Oh, congratulations!
I got a toy, and I have to tell you, it's changed my life.
Really?
It's my new alarm clock. It just vibrates on my wrist. It wakes me up with the gentlest little vibration.
It's like somebody coming over and kissing you behind the ear.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far. Yeah. I use it, for the heart rate when I'm at the gym. I every time I get a message, like now when I don't hear my phone ring, because I keep it on mute. I don't like the ringer.
It doesn't even ring anymore.
Right, it doesn't ring. So now it vibrates on my wrist, and I never miss a call.
Fantastic, right?
I wish I had this, for said wife a couple, last year. But this thing is, it's amazing.
Well, I was going to treat myself today.
To what?
I was going to buy a new pair of golf shoes. Nike was having a drop.
Have to talk to you about golf.
Okay. You're pulling out already?
No. Opposite.
Oh.
I've gotten a couple of invites to play.
Okay.
And I told you I wouldn't play until we got out there.
You can play. It's okay.
So I might be hitting the ball sooner than our official.
Well, where are you playing and when is this?
At the executive course. Where you go? Where you go? Same course.
Okay.
But,
it's not golf time yet.
Yeah.
It's cold. It's still cold.
You know what it was? Everybody got a little excited with Sunday, Monday.
Week. Yeah.
So
I know. I was hitting inside. I had my lesson inside. He's like, we're going to go out. And he was actually trying to get us to go out on the course this week, and they wouldn't let him. So back to inside. And this Sunday's supposed to be freezing.
Yeah. It's
and then it heats up after that.
You know what happens? It gets real cold.
Like 38 to 50.
It goes from like 30, and then the next thing you know is we're at the beach.
Right.
Like there's no spring, and I wish spring would actually have a certain amount of time of getting to that 50, 60 degree days. It's nice out. You can do whatever you want in that kind of weather.
Right.
But so with the golf thing, I said to my father, who likes to play, plays a lot of golf. So I said to him, I might start playing golf again. He goes, oh, you should. It's a great game. Blah, blah. And he's like, do you have clubs? And I'm like, yeah, I've got my Titleist DCIs.
Oh, and he knew.
He goes, no, he bought them for me 20 years ago.
They're outdated.
Yeah, of course I do. He goes,
mine are outdated.
He goes, you still have them?
How often do you buy clubs?
I guess once every.
I remember I got Bertha X14s.
Well, like
they're up to X28.
I mean, those are my clubs. Can I use 20-year-old clubs?
Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine, right?
Right. I mean, I'm going
got the little marks on the shafts because it's steel, so it's a little.
Right.
Can you get rid of that? Can you polish those and get those off?
On the shaft? How did you mark up the shaft?
No, from like just time, like little rust marks or whatever it is.
Yeah, you can rub it out.
You can rub it out?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go home and
rub out
a full set of clubs.
That's nice.
Some sticks.
You just make sure you wash your balls, in the thing before that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Anyway. No, so I mean, I'm playing with off the rack clubs.
Off the rack.
Off the rack.
I'm talking about current. I'm not talking about custom tailored.
I'm saying, right. I have not been fitted yet for clubs. I'm just saying, I'm not worthy.
How many strokes you would,
It's not the strokes. It's the distance. And the forgiveness. That's what this is a discussion that I have been having with my golf pro. What's the difference? Like, I'm like, what do I need to be custom fitted?
So what are you going to do? You're going to take that 7-wood and put a 52-inch shaft on the 7-wood, actually, and crank it like.
No, we're working on the rescue club now. We're working on the.
That's what I'm talking about. The rescue club.
7's not. No, rescue's a 5, and I have my secret iron 7.
Wait. Is a rescue a 5?
A 5. It's considered a 5. Yes.
Does a driver 3.5? I've always known it as a 5.
There's a 5 wood.
There's a 5 wood.
And then the rescue is considered a 5.
It's a hybrid. It's not really a 5. It's not a true 5.
No, but that's why it's a hybrid 5.
Is that like a half gas, half electric?
Kind of like
It's the Prius of golf clubs.
It's the Prius of golf clubs. There you go. It's eco-friendly.
You're not going to go far. You're not going to get fast, but it's going to be very economical for you to get your ball down.
Well, we might have to, because you know what? I don't want to spend money to drive over to the golf place anymore since gas is so expensive.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
I had to fill up the other day.
Unreal.
Yeah, the Grand Cherokee.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What'd you hit?
Full tank, cheapest gas. The the station on Willis.
Oh yeah.
Right before the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
With an eighth of a tank left, filled it up.
You go that low?
Not usually, but
this was
$84.
I can believe it.
$3.99 a gallon.
Wow, you can't find under $4 now.
No, yeah, this
had to be a week ago.
No, it was 2 days ago.
Oh, that's over $4.
Do you know the BP that I'm talking about?
Yeah,
that's where I always go. That's where the least.
Yeah, well, now it's over $4,
and if you pay cash.
And I thought it was more expensive. You know, it was crazy in California. We were looking for stuff under $4.
Yeah,
and now forget it. Or under $5.
No, they're.
Thank God we went when we did.
They're way over $5.
Yeah.
You know, and remember, you get cut off at 100 on the tanks,
right?
You know, they have to like reset it and do the whole thing. So it's like, you know, some of these big SUVs.
My wife has that. I know we're heading towards where they won't even fill up the car anymore.
You're going to be riding a bicycle to work.
Didn't I tell you this? Didn't I tell you this a year ago, 2 years ago? We're going on that they were going to pump up the the gas prices.
You're
you're
an analyst for commodities.
I told you.
You're specializing in the oil market?
Yeah, to push
crude,
Brent. I predicted this. Was
it WTI? Yeah.
But now I love Kamala.
Kamala.
Now is our opportunity to reimagine. Oh. Everybody should go reimagine and buy a $60,000 Tesla.
You think so?
It's our time for zero emissions now. No.
You think Tesla's the answer?
No. Also, they've been coming out, and the realities are coming out now.
What's that?
That in the Northeast, or where it's cold, the average electric car battery loses like 25% of its charge.
I'm going to say it's more than that.
25 to 30%.
I'm going to say it's realistically
because it's
40.
cold.
Yeah, because it's cold.
And Teslas. They also tell you Teslas have problems when it's cold out because the hood freezes, and because you don't have the engine to
warm it up. So you can't open the frunk.
The frunk, you're funking frunked.
You're frunked.
Yeah. So there's that issue, and 61% of all electric car, the electricity comes from fossil fuels.
Yeah, I mean, Elon came out and said,
we need more.
He said to open up the oil pumping because he's like, we still need. He's like, yeah, it's great that we're doing clean energy, right? But we still need oil. You can't transition. Yeah, no, and I agree with him.
Yeah, I think normal people would agree.
I didn't know you were so anti-Tesla.
I'm not anti-Tesla. I'm just like the reality of it.
Have you ever driven one?
Yes, I have.
And what do you think?
It's a lot to get used to. It's a lot. The braking's a little strange.
The regenerative braking.
I've driven the small SUV. We've gone through this a few times.
We have.
Yes, we have.
So you're not.
See, you're aging. Fan. You don't remember.
You're not an electric fan, though.
I like the Mach-E. I like the
Mustang.
Yeah.
That they should never have called it the Mustang. They should just called it the E. Oh, you know that? You saw that? Elon wanted the E for the Model 3. And when he went to do it back in 2014,
but they had
Ford already had the patent on it.
Smart people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what?
That's why we did our thing.
Right.
That's why,
Well, we should have jumped on it. We should have learned from Elon Musk.
No, that was just a website. But in like 2032, when somebody comes looking for aging immaturely.
That's us.
That's us.
We're all over that. And we don't even have to try.
No.
Anyway. But getting back to the beginning of the conversation, I'm glad to see that you're feeling better. You're physically catching up.
Physically? Yeah. Well, from my tennis?
From your tennis injury.
I wasn't really injured.
No, but I mean, so the conversation was so long ago, in this episode. So she's telling you not to dive anymore. You can't do it.
She didn't tell me. I mean, we didn't get on the court, and she said, "Don't dive."
But she's like, you can't do this kind of stuff anymore.
No, it scared her.
Right. No, I understand.
But I felt fine. It was
right. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, remember like a month ago, I had my goat week.
If you want to refer to it as the goat week.
The goat. Okay. Come on. It was a goat week.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody for over 45, that was an awesome goat week.
All right.
So... No, and then they, I do a week like that, and I'm sore, and they tell you, your wife tells you, like, you can't do this kind of stuff anymore. You got to know your limits. You can't.
We're back to the limits conversation.
But, you know what? And I was thinking about this after you told me about your injury last week, because I got it too. You can't do these things anymore. You can't go back-to-back nights. You're tired. You're sore. But it's like, to them, it's like a convenience excuse. Like, they don't want you getting hurt on your own, but when they need you to do things, then you're fully capable.
You mean the misses?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I got to be honest, I'm not slowing down any.
I mean, it's natural slowdown. There's a natural progression of slowness.
No, I mean, like, I go to the gym.
Right.
I enjoy, and so if I go to the gym, and I've done this, I do this a lot. Mm-hmm. And I feel like my shoulder is starting to pinch or something. I just drop the weights all the way down and just do reps. No, I just like the activity.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, she'll come at me. You can't do
she'll come at me
in an aggressive tone. You can't do these things anymore. But what I'm saying is, like, you can't, go skiing and then box and then work out and do this, and then you're tired and you're sore, and I'm worried about you physically that you're going to get hurt. But yet, if she wants to go away and I don't want to ski 3 days in a row, I get yelled at for it. Like, that's a problem.
So wait a second. So let's say your wife knows that you enjoy boxing. You enjoy the workout.
Yeah.
Maybe you should cut out skiing.
That won't happen.
That's what she wants to do.
Right, because that's a family. I'm saying that's a family activity. So she wants you to cut out. What I'm saying is they want you to cut out the things, right. Don't put yourself at right. So I shouldn't box, but yet I should get up on a ladder and go on the roof. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like, go fix something. And I'm like, I can't get up I'm going to be 48 years old. I shouldn't be going online. No, you're fine. That you can do. But to get, to go box and spar, that's an issue. That's where you should put the brakes on.
It's really funny because
go pick that up. Something, it's heavy. I'm going to hurt my back. Oh, no, you're not. You're fine. But yet skiing 3 days in a row, and I'm tired and sore, and then driving home. That's okay. That's what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. I'm sure there's things I'm sure there's things your wife has said to you to do, and that you're like, no, physically I can't do it. And they're like, nah, go ahead. You're fine for that. I'm fine.
My limits for doing that kind of stuff are pretty high. If I don't think my wife has ever said to me, carry this or do this.
Right.
It would have to be a ridiculous thing to carry. Mm-hmm. She's more the type to say, don't do it than to do it.
Oh, mine's the opposite.
No,
well, I know I'm you look at me and you think of me as I am the world's strongest,
yeah, I know. Your stature.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that's without steroids.
Correct.
Yeah. Right. Which is unbelievable.
This is all natural here. But it's to do things, it's everything's easy. Don't worry about it. It'll take a minute or 5 minutes. Everything's within a 5 minute.
Well, okay. Now you're getting into a different area now.
Oh.
Now there could be can you remember when the kids were really young and everything you had to put together and you're I'm not in the mood to put it together.
I was putting together this weekend.
Oh, God. That's the stuff that drives me nuts. So can you put this together?
Oh, you know how many times I got a defective toy to put together when my kids were growing up?
And then they go, and then everybody's watching you.
Oh,
and they're coaching.
Yeah.
And they tell you they can't do it,
but they know how to do it.
But they know how to do it, and they're telling you how to do it.
Right. I've told people, so you get up and do. I have no issue. I have no issue. If you're going to sit there and you're going to coach me, you get off your ass and you do it.
Let me tell you what my rule is. When I barbecue,
okay,
somebody comes over to me and says, "You're doing this wrong." I drop the spatula.
Drop it. Drop spatula.
Or you go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I walk away.
Right. That's why I'm a great guest.
As soon as somebody comes over to me and says, "Oh no, you're doing that. You should really not flip that or do this or
don't touch it."
You're poking
go ahead.
it. I give it to them. Go ahead, show me.
Be my guest. Pop me a beer. Go ahead.
I walk away. Mm-hmm. Get a drink. You sit down.
Yeah, go right ahead. I don't have to slave over an open grill for you and sweat on your food.
No,
unnecessary.
Don't give me unwanted advice.
Right.
The unwanted advice.
You know what
the unsolicited advice.
Well, you know what I say. You don't touch another man's grill or another man's woman, and it's in that order.
Grill then woman.
Grill then woman.
Yeah. I think you've got something there. You know, a grill is pretty sacred. If you had a motorcycle,
it's a sacred.
Same thing with a motorcycle.
You know what? I would never go to somebody's house and tinker.
No, you can't do that.
No, but you have those people that come over and tinker. Let me take this apart. Let me show you how to do it.
How about when somebody comes over to your house and they say, "Can you put this on?" Like it's a weekend. Like let's say you're watching a basketball game.
Okay.
And it's the playoffs and baseball started. And they say, and you're watching like the Knicks and they say, "Oh, can you put the Yankee game on?"
No.
I think that's kind of in that realm.
That's a little different. That depends. That depends. If you're going and there's sports on.
Yeah. What takes precedence?
And it's an irrelevant game. And there's a relevant game for you.
As the guest of the house.
I think you can ask that. Do you mind?
I mean, is it that it's a playoff game or you got a lot riding on the game?
No, I don't. It's got to be a significant game. It just can't be a regular season game. You know why? Check your phone.
Yeah.
It's not like the days where we had to call sports phone. You get automatic updates.
I was reading an article that...
You read?
Oh, I try at least once a month. So I was reading an article that said for recovering gambling aholics or whatever you want to call it, gambling addicts. Whatever. Is that the right term?
Oh, my God. What would you... Gambling addiction?
Gambling addiction. Yeah, if you have like a gambling addiction. Something. Okay. I don't know why am I drawing a blank on what you call a compulsive gambler? Here's that just recovery.
It says gambling addict.
A gambling addict. Okay, so they're
it's not like an alcoholic.
They're saying like you can't even watch sports anymore because there's so many
gambling
commercials.
For gambling
now. Gamble here. We'll give you the first $1,000 free, and you can bet this game, and we'll give you 35-1 odds.
And I think I think when they run the commercials, they also have to have that tagline at the end.
If you have a problem. Well, they play that in the casinos, and it's so stupid. Like, do you really think somebody's going? I really should call that.
Should they like have that for like Wendy's or like a Burger King commercial?
That's a great job. You probably never have to. The phone never rings.
For what? The
Gamblers Anonymous? Come on. Who's calling that number?
Nobody.
No,
but do you think like they should have it for like, McDonald's and Burger King? Like if you have a weight problem or you're an overeater that you should like, here's the number for Overeaters Anonymous or something?
No, there's a million support groups out there.
Because you don't see it for alcohol commercials.
No, Alcoholics Anonymous?
Well,
with all the steps and all the things,
a lot of steps.
Oh,
But you don't see a Budweiser commercial and then they have that tagline.
Right, you don't.
That's what I'm saying.
You really should.
Yeah,
you really should, because that's actually a good point because they're advertising all the time.
Right.
Snoop is out there. Drinking his
his 40,
his Coronas He does the Corona commercials.
Yep.
He doesn't say, if you have a drinking problem, give me a shizzle.
There you go. And we'll find out about that shizzle the next time at Aging Immaturely. You could always find us at the real agingimmaturely.com. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Aging Immaturely. If you have a product that you would like to discuss on air, please email us at agingimmaturely@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Aging Immaturely.